Make a narrative as if like I'm scared of. I think Devin's a tremendous fighter. Do I think Devin Haney can beat me? Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah.
For me personally, I'm on a different level than everybody.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to boxing, because Devin, he's a boxer.
It's on him. You know what I mean? It's on him. He knows that he's going to get this fade sooner or later. So it's only a matter of time. Obviously, we can't go down. You know, we can't go down to 135. So, you know, he would have to come up. And, you know, he can get this work anytime he ready.
I see greatness, man. I see greatness. Shakur practically beat him with one hand, man. That jab, man. Most important hand you have, man. You know? And he looked good doing it, sharp. You know what I mean? Distance. He did everything, man.
Shakur Stevenson is reportedly preparing to face Devin Haney at 140 pounds, accepting the rehydration conditions without hesitation, and expressing full confidence that his superior skill set puts him ahead of every challenger.
Guys, if y'all want me to come to 147, I'm coming in with rehydration qualities. I don't even do that. But why am I going up to these guys' weight classes if I'm not planning on...
Devin Haney has made it clear that he is fully committed to facing Shakur Stevenson, expressing strong determination to make the fight a reality and emphasizing that this is a matchup he genuinely wants.
Still at 135. You can't, you know, say your name without saying Shakur to your female tank, right? It just is what it is. Is that fight going to ever happen? Would it ever happen against you and Shakur?
100%, yeah. I think so. I think it.
You think Shakur will grow into whatever weight you're in?
I mean, we're all of us is close to the same size. You know, we're all growing together. We're all like, you know, getting bigger. Well, so, and it's only so many guys, like y'all said. It's only so many guys that we could make big money and people want to see the fights. Which even though I know that they making new guys, it's guys like Kermel, Abdullah, all these guys want to come up too. So eventually they gonna be there too. But yeah, no, I think that a fight with Shakur is very much possible.
Shakur Stevenson has stated that he has no fear of Devin Haney, though he believes Haney's team could wrongly suggest that he is deliberately steering clear of the matchup.
Okay.
Devin Haney's probably, to me, that's, I don't think it's hit its point yet, but I think in the next year or two, it'll hit a point where it's like the world is gonna demand, you know what I'm saying? I can see the trajectory feels like it could meet like that.
I would love this fight. But look, you gotta watch what you say with like, and this is not even Devin fault, because Devin is very respectful of my game and I'm respectful of his game. He's a good fighter. But his fans will clip and twist and turn things into something that is not. So I try to be real careful on what I say.
True. This is guy Jay on Twitter. He a big Haney fan. He be always clipping and changing stuff, Jay.
Yeah, they gonna make a narrative as if like I'm scared of. I think Devin's a tremendous fighter. Do I think Devin Haney can beat me?
Shakur Stevenson is confident that he operates at a higher level than his opponents, insisting that no fighter can beat him and expressing doubt that Devin has the power to knock him out.
Stone cold killer who's just gonna go in there and try to knock me the fuck out.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to outbox me. I'm the greatest boxer. How do you... So that's how I feel about the fight.
Yeah.
But it all gotta make sense from a business standpoint. I don't like getting up here and negotiating against myself. And,
for sure.
But for me, I'm willing to make the fight.
But do you see it as it being that could, you know, like we always said, the Four Kings, even though you wasn't a part of it, the whole plot is like at the end of the road, there's gonna be two guys left standing, and that's the big fight. Do you see that as that's potentially what that could be?
I'm a bad motherfucker.
Devin Haney is eager to validate his abilities by taking on elite competition, targeting fighters such as Shakur Stevenson as he looks to solidify his legacy and demonstrate his true greatness.
Not possible. Would you be more inclined just to move up to 140?
Yeah, you know, if I can't get those fights next or it doesn't make sense for it to be next, I'll probably go to 140, test it out, see how I feel at the weight. at 140, and then when the time is right, then I'll defend my belt at 135. We'll just see though. I got to go back and talk with the team and see what makes the most sense. That's
Bill Haney has made it clear that they have no intention of dropping down in weight or waiting around, stating that any fighter interested in a bout will need to step up to the 140-pound division.
Become undisputed, yet they didn't mention the franchise belt, which directly impacted Devin's career early on, right? And it seemed like, I was saying this on my live earlier, you tell me what you think about this, but it seems to me like there's a lot of people that have tried to block y'all ambition, right? Between you signed to the wrong company, Loma not taking the Devin fight, Tio not taking the Devin fight, Rolly saying he just don't want to fight Devin. Do you see that? Like, how do you see that? As far as like, people know you're ambitious, they know you want to be unified, they know you want to be undisputed. So they put all these obstacles up and they make it hard for you to achieve what you're trying to achieve.
Absolutely. I think it's been historic.
He also noted that the fight could take place whenever the challenger decides they are prepared.
We must keep our composure and our patience and understand that it's part of the process when you're that good. You know what I mean? We can't say it any other way. They're running out of narratives. You know what I'm saying? And, it's what the people want to see. We don't never say, okay, this guy has done something wrong or he did bad business. So, we'll never do it. Obviously, when we go through negotiations and we spend time in there, whether it's put something together for Richard Hitchinson, for him to come back later and to say, I want that fight. Well, when we were trying to make the fight, we couldn't. You didn't want to negotiate. You went somewhere else. When we were negotiating with Shakur Stevenson, instead of him negotiating with us, he said.
Tim Bradley believes Shakur Stevenson has the ability to one day eclipse even Terrence Crawford in boxing history. While Crawford is widely regarded as one of the sport's all-time greats and a 5-division champion with extraordinary accomplishments, Bradley sees similar elite talent in Stevenson that could carry him to even greater heights. He explains that the comparison isn't about matching Crawford's undisputed titles or weight class jumps, but rather about the modern opportunity Stevenson may have that Crawford lacked due to boxing politics. Bradley suggests that if influential figures capable of uniting promoters had been present during Crawford's rise, major bouts with fighters like Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, and Dennis Ugas might have occurred sooner, further elevating Crawford's legacy.
Like Shakur, just like Crawford was with me, Shakur has the ability to pass Terrence Crawford. Listen up. Now, not in the stance of becoming 3-time undisputed and, going up to, that many weight classes. Not from that standpoint. He already has 4 weight classes. Crawford is a 5-weight division champion. But in a sense of having the opportunities that Crawford didn't have. Crawford would have been even bigger than what he is if the politics didn't play into the sport at the time. And now that, you have guys like Turki Al-Sheikh that are able to bridge that gap between promoters and, make these.
Shakur Stevenson is stepping into an era where elite fighters between 130 and 135 pounds are easier to match up, creating consistent opportunities for high-level competition. Potential opponents such as Devin Haney, Lamont Roach, Oshaqua Foster, Gary Russell Jr., Dalton Smith, and Ryan Garcia highlight the depth of talent available to him. Bradley stresses that Stevenson not only has the ability to challenge these fighters, but also the chance to beat them, which could strengthen his legacy and possibly elevate his impact and accomplishments beyond those of Terrence Crawford.
Around when Crawford was on his climb, when Crawford couldn't get those big fights with like Thurman and Danny Garcia and Ugas and, he got it later with Sean Porter, but it was later. But imagine if Crawford was able to have that run and, Earl Spence, Danny Garcia, Ugas, Keith Thurman, the list goes on. If he would have had all those guys on his ledger, imagine how big Crawford would be. He would be even bigger than what he is today, bigger than what he is today. So with that being said, with these fighters hovering around 135, these talented fighters, hovering around 135, 130. You know, guys like, you know, Oshaki Foster, like I mentioned, going to go up to 135. He's big enough to go.
That's it for today's video. So stay tuned. Until next